Live from sunny Singapore, it's the ultimate blockchain show across the interwebs. This is Rock the Block Live. And here's your host, Eugene Tate.
Hey, what's up, Crypto Universe? My name is Eugene Tate. You're watching us on Rock the Block Live. And today, a very special guest with me, Katherine from QUOINE. She's VP, Head of Marketing. So a lot of stuff she handles with you guys directly and the community. You make her day or you give her hell. I know, right? And we want to find out a bit more on how is it like behind the scenes with the exchanges, because we've heard of hacking, security issues, losing money, and then more recently, which is the thing that really got me tickled when I read about it, is Vitalik saying all centralized exchanges should burn in hell. So we want to know what you think. Should Katherine burn in hell? And Katherine, what are your thoughts on that?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, hi Eugene. Thanks for the very warm, hot welcome. I'm like sweating in here, literally. I totally agree, with whatever you said just now. There's been a lot of hacks in the space, and that just reinforces the need for security, right? So at QUOINE, we emphasize cold wallet storage. So we keep all our customers' funds offline. We don't practice hot wallet solutions, although that comes with a trade-off, right? It means that customers will have to deal with longer withdrawal times. So it's been a sticking point. It's a fine balance. We have to also, weigh up what are the pros, what are the cons, and it's not easy. It's not easy. And with Vitalik's comment, I wasn't at Zug, so I'm not really sure like in what context did he say that. Yeah. I mean, my team was at Zug. A couple of them listened to his speech, and it's an interesting comment. What I would say to that is that Ethereum wouldn't be where it is today if it weren't for centralized exchanges, right? So I mean, I guess he forgot to take that into account. No, either that or it was just his quote was just taken out of context, right? Yeah. Like he was referring to some exchanges making millions of dollars in listing fees, and he just wasn't agreeable to that. Yeah.
And in fact, I think just to reiterate on that point, when you just mentioned some of these exchanges make a few million dollars, there are two kinds of exchanges. One kind of exchange is these are the guys, centralized as they may be, is out there because there's a purpose for them to be there to help people trade, okay, and provide liquidity. Yeah. And then there's also the other kind of exchange that is there because it's quick money. And there are some exchanges that I know who actually partake in market making, market manipulation, and it's so easy to get away because no one checks under the hood for centralized exchange. So then you get those kind of people coming in and king make some of the coins that they list, right? And all for a fee. Investors are none the wiser. They come in, they go like, okay, this coin is top on this exchange, and it costs this much to get on this exchange, therefore it must be good. And then with things like that, on one hand, how does it hamper your business model? Because you're trying to, at least I talked to Mike a couple of times. I know he started this like way back, and he's like, no, I'm not going to do anything too fancy. I want to stick by my roots. And he's a very careful guy. Yeah. And he's taking his time to do things which I can respect. But at the same time, you're bombarded on all sides by new exchanges. There are like how many now in the market? I lost count.
Oh yeah, I've lost count as well. So,
so how do you remain competitive?
So it's a very good question, Eugene. Again, exchanges come and go, right? They get killed by regulations like the exchanges in China, and then they just uproot and go elsewhere where it's more regulatory friendly, or they just completely get wiped out altogether. We've had exchanges in Japan that also got wiped out by regulations because they just didn't have the capital and resources to comply with what the regulators wanted. And yes, you're right. There's market manipulation in this space. I think box mining covered this topic about whether some exchanges volumes are fake or real. Yeah, there's that issue, right? Because again, it's an unregulated space, but eventually regulations will catch up, and and exchanges that comply will eventually, survive and thrive. So for us, we decided to take the long-term route. We wanted to grow a business that was sustainable, that was compliant. So our volumes may not be as high as some exchanges, but we believe in really building out liquidity organically and without really, pumping and dumping and just, building the reputation and the trust in the marketplace is just so important to us, and it's a long-term game. So we're willing to invest.
So that is a very risky proposition, because with traders being so fickle and with exchanges being so easy to set up these days, taking the very cautious long tail game of building organic growth and trust, would you think you might just be eventually, it's a gamble, right? You want to be the good guys, but
yes.
get overtaken, huh?
I understand where you're coming from, and that's what's happening. Like, we're not exactly like listing the hot flavors of the month, or not driving $400 million in revenue a day from like just listing one coin, like one unknown altcoin out of the blue. We believe in actually working with select partners in the ecosystem, because there's so much cases of scams out there, and we have we onboard projects very selectively, we onboard liquidity partners selectively. We believe that organic growth is actually the best way to grow.
I agree.
Like, word of mouth is the best form of marketing ever. So actually, when we look at our conversion rates on our platform, from sign up to trade, the highest conversion rates actually come from people who sign up through organic channels or through like just referrals. It's actually better than paid ads. Sorry, Ryan. But no. We need to complement all our marketing efforts in a 360 view, right? Like you need paid ads to supplement organic growth, because we need to tap a wider audience in globally, because we handle global marketing. So we do need to spend, that's important, but at the same time we do need to identify, okay, who are our customers that are of high value, how should we target them? And we need to be very measured and data driven about how we utilize our marketing spend. But still.
I love it when you talk technical to me, by the way.
Okay.
So the thing is, when we look at the exchanges, so for the community watching this out there, what you need to know is, when we talked about exchanges, there are those who really sort of, what do you call it, flash in the pan, and then those who are there to really stay for the long haul. And the other thing that I want to talk about is regulation, since you talk about that. Just want to check with the guys. Adam, Dylan, am I still on shot, or? Because I don't see myself. Okay, yeah. So I was talking a lot, and then you just see Katherine Ng, because that's me. So what I want to mention about it, it's pretty cool actually.
The camera.
I didn't know. Okay. When we talk about regulation, the reason you bail out on us, the reason you couldn't make it for the last, the last, was it 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? Was because last minute there was some regulation requirements from Japan, which you guys were based out of. What happened with that?
So Mike came out with an AMA to address the GFSA improvement order that we received, and he also came out with the announcement that yes, we will delay the launch of our liquid platform, and that just sent our community in a total meltdown, to say the least. Right? No, it's also because that we have been overdue in terms of our liquid progress announcements. So obviously our community was waiting for that, and to hear that a project would be delayed just caused them even more angst. I totally feel you guys, but again, we delivered with an AMA by Andre, and that helped increase the cash price again. So again, thank you so much to our community for all your support. Like, we're going to organize a community event coming up soon with all our hardcore like supporters, just a handful of them, and really want to get to hear their views and talk to them and find out, okay, like how can we best work together to really grow a strong organic community. I think that's the most important thing, really, strong community backing your project,
Okay, so I got something to ask you.
Yeah.
And so I got something to ask you, right?
Yeah.
And I've been in a position before where we have to front face the community. So you are VP, head of marketing.
Yes.
Which means you handle everything from the complaints to the compliments, probably more complaints than compliments,
Right
knowing
now,
people.
yeah.
How we see you, you're smiling all the time. What's it like behind the scenes?
Deep down inside.
Like, how do you feel when you go to Telegram and you know, like, oh God, Liquid is going to be delayed again, and you can't avoid Telegram, right? And the people are there. How do you feel?
Oh, I think I should ask my community managers like how they feel, because they are in the front lines more often than I am, and especially my lead community manager Panda, like and Vinali, Matt, like they get the heat more than I do, to be honest. Like I jump in from time to time. I used to be on Telegram every single day, almost like 24/7. Yeah, but I drop in less so now to preserve my sanity. Sorry, I love you guys, but like I need to work too. Yeah, so sometimes I just want to crawl under a rock and just curl up in a fetal position, just lie there.
How stressful is it? Like what would be your worst? Can you remember the worst time you got hit and it made you want to cry? Have you ever cried before?
Oh, that's a good question. No. I just get slightly annoyed.
Okay. So none of that holding your bolster, crying, and like thinking of quitting.
No.
You QUOINE guys, community are nice people.
Yeah, I don't know. They can be really like fuddy sometimes, but they're smart fuddy. Like they fud for a reason. So every time someone starts like spreading like just starts like venting in the chat, like I would ask them like, what's your issue exactly? Like we're here in this chat to grow the business together, to come up with ideation plans on to improve our product roadmap, to share ideas, to get feedback from the community. Please make your feedback constructive, right? You can't just come in and say, I hate you. And then what am I going to do with that sort of feedback? Say like, I hate your UI, I think it sucks because your charting sucks, like the bar graphs look too fat or something. Then maybe that makes a bit more sense to me. Then it's actionable insights which we can improve on.
Okay.
Yeah, otherwise cannot help you if you can't help me.
I hate the UI, by the way.
Which
when I went to QUOINE, I'm like, how do you navigate this stuff?
When was that? Was it May?
Last year.
Okay, no, it's changed a lot. So you should check out the new UI. Yeah, we did improvements to our UI for QUOINE and cryptos last month between May and June. Yeah, so it looks nicer now.
Now, since you mentioned cryptos, let's segue over to cryptos, which is a mission control support for ICOs and innovative ideas coming onto the platform. I think that is a very commendable vision that you have. I like that.
Thanks. Yeah.
Because
capital inclusion.
I know. It sort of hurts everyone in and say, look, I'll take care of you. We're going to exchange with the security. We've got the capital to help you guys up. Does that get abused by the community?
Not at all. Actually, they're a bit fatigued, to be honest. So because we have a main Telegram chat, it's mainly more for Liquid and cash. So they have been getting a bit fatigued by all the ICO announcements. So we decided to create a new chat. It's called Liquid Capital in Telegram. Yeah. So that's just for ICO announcements only. So anyone who just wants to look at new ICOs, new listings, they can go there. Yeah. So we don't fatigue them too much.
And you have cash. You have cryptos, you have Liquid, you have QUOINE, you have QUOINE.
Can I explain something?
Please, go ahead.
Yeah, so we're going to go through a rebranding exercise for our trading platform. So QUOINE and cryptos will be merged into Liquid. So it's going to make life easier for everybody, simplify our brand. Yeah, QUOINE will still be the parent company, it'll still be the corporate brand, but we will really push the brand positioning of Liquid. And then, as Mike said, the cash token will be rebranded as the Liquid token or LQD. Yeah, and it will be, part of the Liquid platform as well when we roll out. Yeah, so people can, use the Liquid token to pay for services on our platform and get financial discounts on it. Yeah.
You've been with QUOINE for how long now?
About 1 year and 3 months
1 year and 3
now.
months, right?
Yeah, oh my
That seems
gosh.
like a dawn of time for QUOINE.
Yeah, I was the first marketing hire. And now I have a team of almost 20 people. It's crazy. Like
I've seen your photo, it's more than 20, right? The whole team?
No, it's still under 20. Still under 20, I think. Yeah. Not including the community managers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 1 year and 3 months in QUOINE.
Yeah.
The camera really loves you. I don't get airtime on the camera.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
This-
Guys, I'm here.
yeah, he's there.
Cool. So
Yeah.
1 year and 3 months, and
It feels like 100 years. Okay, 10.
because you guys don't get as much
Yeah,
sleep at the start. do you?
crypto markets don't sleep at all. So it's like 24/7, right? And I remember, this very famous quote from Seth. Like when a client asked him, Seth is our global head of operations, and he'd be very happy to.
Oh, all the way.
Oh no! Can you hear him though?
Oh, for a long while then. Okay, no, but lucky you were doing most of the talking.
I was.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
it's fine, it's
man.
fine.
Okay.
All right,
yeah.
guys, you're back.
So so our head of global operations, Seth Malamed, he has this famous saying in the company when a client asked him, how many hours do you work a day? And he said, we work 7 days a week, including Saturdays and Sundays and public holidays. And if there was an extra day in a week, we work that day as well. So that's his kind of work ethic.
But it's true because
yeah,
when I met you like a
Cascade
year
Sound.
ago,
Yeah.
you guys, you were doing like
Yeah.
I see you everywhere. You were at events, you were flying, you were giving talks, and there was like hardly any rest. What were you doing before QUOINE? Like, how do you even get into the
Yeah.
crypto space?
Okay, so good question. So I came from I initially started out as a investment bank analyst in KL, and I joined the startup world shortly after. Like I transitioned into AirAsia's CEO office. I was doing corporate strat there for like 4 years, and then after that I got transferred to Jakarta for work. Halfway through my time with AirAsia, and then from there I joined Grab. Yeah, your famous ride-hailing company. So I was the head of marketing for Indonesia, and then I joined Sephora shortly after as their commercial director, so looking after like all their commercial operations. Yeah, so it's a mix of. Then after that, I was kind of like I left Jakarta, came back to KL, was traveling to KL and Singapore for a while. I was very impressed with the Singapore's fintech scene, so I decided to take up a fintech course with MIT. And that's where I did a lot of initial networking in fintech, in Singapore's fintech scene.
Okay.
And at the same time, MAS was really promoting Singapore as this global fintech hub. They were like, we're going to launch like the best fintech festival every single year globally, and every year they must outdo themselves. So I hats off to
Singapore, right?
Singapore for that, yeah. And that's how I discovered blockchain as a subset of fintech. Because within fintech you have like payments, you have P2P lending, you have like robo advisory, yeah, and then blockchain was a subset. But everyone at the time didn't really. Blockchain was viewed as this like esoteric fintech vertical that no one really understood. It was only like last year, around the same time I joined QUOINE, that it really exploded. Yeah, that was when I joined QUOINE as well, around the same time. Like,
I want to bring it back to that part where
Yeah.
you said blockchain was very esoteric, and
Yeah.
I find, and I have a better term for this, blockchain is like the bastard child in the fintech family lineage.
yeah,
like
I
it's
know.
there.
Used to be.
Yeah, but people in
Now
the
it's
fintech
hot.
is like, no, we have fintech, you are blockchain. Not the same.
Yeah, it used to be like that.
Yeah.
Like really, it used to be so disparate.
Yeah.
But I realized the value of combining. That's why I realized the value of associating QUOINE with the word fintech. Because fintech connotes like compliance. It connotes financial innovation, and then it's when banks embrace the word fintech. Singapore embraces the word fintech.
Yeah.
The co-working space we work out of is the fintech hub, world's largest fintech hub. Yeah. You really leveraging off that because that sort of strength of that word, because we are, after all, a financial services company that happens to use blockchain tech to power our services, right? Yeah,
it's just that if you go with fintech up front, it sounds a lot more, oh, we are professional, credible company. But blockchain, oh, you're fluffy and startup and all about the money.
Yeah.
I mean, the negative connotation is that way. The other thing is, when we talk about blockchain, I covered this in today's Rock the Block Daily Highlights, where I talk about blockchain and cryptocurrencies. And people who are predominantly in the blockchain tech, they try to move themselves away from cryptocurrency.
Right.
And they say, like, no, blockchain is not about cryptocurrency. But my sense is that it's like trying to be an economist or an accountant and not caring about money. Because both of them, yes, while they are different, is still very tightly intertwined. Right? Like you have the tech, of course, but the people care about the currency.
Yes, because that drives the tokenomics of the project.
So what's your personal thought on that? Like, where do you think this is going to be in a year from now?
I think the utility of tokens or the use of cryptocurrencies will be definitely driven mainstream, and we will have, of course, like widespread adoption. That's my view. And exchanges, platforms like ourselves, other exchanges will help facilitate that mainstream adoption. Platforms like Coinbase also making it very easy for any individual to buy or own their first Bitcoin. I think that will be the future. Although I see fiat coexisting with crypto. It's fine. I think it's important to realize that, yes, you can distinguish the two. Yes, the blockchain tech in itself, it's not necessarily all just about the crypto, but really to drive that adoption, the use of blockchain tech is really driven by the tokenomics of the
Exactly,
of the
that's
coin.
what I'm trying to say, because you can talk about the tech all day till the kingdom come, but if the people don't adopt it because there's no incentive to.
Correct, there needs to be an incentive
And
model,
then you're just going to have a bunch of geeks sitting around patting themselves in the back and go like, yeah, we created blockchain solutions for the people to use. And then people are like, so? Do you then see that, again, centralized exchange will have a place to play because they are all have to abide by regulations. They are looking at bigger money. So they may then be working with a different demographic of people. Right, your clientele might change. The people in your community today might or might not be your end goal clientele in 5 years' time. And then the decentralized exchanges are going to come up. Right now, they're all still very immature in terms of the tech, in terms of security, and like even with Zero Protocol coming up and using relays, it's improving. But maybe people are just very critical. They want things fast.
Yes, they want it now.
Right? But if you look at technology as a 20-year cycle. We are just at
the start.
I mean, maybe you might want to say started 9 years ago, therefore we're at the midway, so there's at least another 10 years. Right?
You can say that too.
And the DEX might be the exchange for the people because it's streamed down, it's not complex, no complicated financial instruments. So it can almost be that peer-to-peer trading and exchange uses DEX. The banks, the bigger companies, the corporations who need the security, robustness, and frankly, the tech support would then go to, like you guys. Is that where you see the future?
Like for us, we actually serve a wide audience. So we serve B2B, which is what you consider like, the corporates, the institutional players. And then we also serve B2C, which is like individuals, retail investors. So we have a very wide net. Because our vision and mission is to actually achieve financial inclusion for all. Make financial services accessible to all through crypto. Eventually, yes, we do see DEXs developing and scaling over time. In fact, our liquid blockchain will, will attempt to actually build out a proper DEX. We'll do like a permission sort of DL, but it's going to take time for us because we're not going to simply roll out tech that breaks. It takes time to test for the robustness, and it takes time for us to get the necessary approvals from on board, things like that. So we may not be as probably as fast as like the other DEXs have launched. But for us, we plan to develop in-house, test properly, take our own time. Because we want to be responsible to our community, and we want to roll out a product that actually works.
Correct. Actually, that's one thing I can respect about Mike and you guys a lot is we try to press you guys to launch stuff, right? But you guys no, we will launch it at our own time when we are ready, and I make sure that it's very secured. And then we have on the other hand, end of the spectrum where you get projects who are, have billions of dollars in the market cap, launch onto mainnet. 2 days later, they got hacked, they shut down and stuff. And sometimes it's just better to take your time and let the public want more than to pander to them.
Yeah.
And that's usually when, what do you call it, a more haste problem? I can't remember the actual term.
I remember but I get your drift,
You are a female in a male-dominated environment.
Yes. It's been a way, it's like that in financial services in general. Yeah.
And tech even more so,
and
right?
tech, yes. Yeah.
So, how do you feel about that? Is it like or is it like I'm so annoyed?
It means that at conferences, I don't have to queue to use the bathroom. Yeah.
perks, gender perks.
Yeah,
but do people sort of shortchange you when they first see you, like, oh, just another pretty face, until they start speaking to you? Because clearly in this very short time that we talk, it's kind of like, this girl knows her stuff.
I've been used to dealing with stereotypes for so long. I can't remember what it's like not to be stereotyped. So for example, like when I was in AirAsia, like the first thing when people say, people assume when I tell them I'm with AirAsia, they say, oh, stewardess, which route do you fly? Sometimes I play along, like Singapore KL, like 10 times a day. Yeah. At least I get to go home every night and stay overseas. And the other, when I moved into fintech, like blockchain fintech, like if I say I'm in finance, people will be like, oh, you're in finance. Are you PB?
PB is in
private banker.
Oh, private banker.
Because that's
pretty face.
Yeah, like relationship manager or something, right? Because that's where you typically see a pretty face. Serving ultra high net worth individuals. But that's the stereotype, right? Does it
affect you? Does it bother you?
I kind of just let it slide. Like I just
It doesn't hurt you or anything.
So I'll just be a tai.
All right. And for the rest of you watching this, do leave us your comments below. We want to hear from you. Katherine is here to answer all your questions. Any questions at all, personal ones and all that, just leave it in a comment. We're going to read it. We're almost running out of time, Kat. I love to sit here and chat with you, but we're almost running out of time. So we're going to take some questions from the people. But one other trivia here that I want to share with you guys is that Kat is not just the brains in the marketing field and fintech, in the male-dominated tech field. She's also Miss Universe Malaysia in
2010.
2010.
No, but
that tells you her age, actually, basically.
Yeah, I'm really old.
So what was that experience like?
I have to caveat, I was just a finalist. I didn't win. I just did it for fun. Yeah. But some girls were in it to win. Like they're like, do or die, whereas I'm there like, I'm just here for the experience, people. It was, I think it was a really good learning experience. Like it exposed me to media, it exposed me to, what it's like behind the scenes, behind the lens, how to be more, how to work the camera, how to like speak more confidently, things like that. And it actually helps you, learn more about yourself and how to differentiate yourself more. Because when you're standing on stage with a group of 18 other beautiful women, you all look the same. Nice hair, nice makeup, body proportions, all skinny girls, all in the same bikini. How are you gonna stand apart? You all look the same. So the judges have to really
So what did you do to stand apart? What did you learn about yourself?
I realized that I'm not meant to be a catwalk model because I get very nervous on stage. Like when I walk, and I see hundreds of people, I'm like, oh shit, and I start getting jittery. But some girls walk the stage, or they own it. They have the X factor. That's why you know those reality TV shows.
Really?
No, like they're
Own
very popular.
Own the runway.
Yeah, because you want to see like reality stars, right? Like make it on stage. Yeah, so some of these girls have that X factor. I clearly did not have that X factor. I think I'm better off behind a desk, talking to small groups.
Do you do that world peace thing? So what will you do if you win this pageant?
Oh, yeah, I think that was one of the questions. Oh my goodness. I think I said something about, really helping empower other women and inspire others, things like that. I can't remember my spiel.
The standard textbook stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Let us go to the questions. You guys have posted something for us, I hope. Let me see what's there. See, you look great on camera. Just like that.
Thank you.
Where was it? It's not a.
Please don't make the questions hard questions. It's been a long day.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Well, we have thumbs up, we have smiley face. Can you help me scroll that? Let me see if I can.
So wait, okay, yeah. I was getting a bit confused with the
Not sure where to look.
displays, yeah. There's so many screens
We have
here.
20 comments.
Really helping.
Oops.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. High five. Poor CMs have a tough job by Ryan. Matt Crook suggested a glass of wine helps.
Yes, definitely.
Another comment. It sounds like QUOINE does listen to the community. Good job, you.
Thank you. Made possible by people like you. Thanks
thank
for
you.
amplifying our message. Yeah.
Let's bring it back to the crypto guys. Hey. Okay, so more comments than questions actually. So
I'm saved.
There's one guy that
My comments.
From More Hardy, he says, are you seeing anyone right now?
Oh, yes, I am. I have a boyfriend.
Oh, sorry guys.
I think he's probably watching.
So that's how you got to balance between work life and all the stress at the community.
I don't know how I do it, to be honest.
Does he understand? Is he in the blockchain scene as well?
No, he's in a startup space, so he understands.
So he understands. Anybody in a startup will know the pains that we go through.
Yeah.
The blood and sweat.
The tears, the ramen nights. Yeah.
All right, that's all the time we have for you guys today. Kat, before we say goodbye to you, is there anything you want to give a shout out to the community at large? Anything you want to tell them?
Okay.
It's all yours. 30 seconds. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to say a big thank you to Eugene, Rock the Block team. You guys have a wonderful AME format. Yeah, I really like it. I really enjoy this setup. It's really cool. You guys should see it behind the scenes. It's really high tech, really awesome. Really appreciate you sharing, our thoughts and just really sharing experiences. You've been in the crypto space for a really long time. I've seen you guys grow your team. We look forward to working with you in the future.
Cool.
Yeah, cool. And shout out to the coiners. And check out Liquid.com.
You know what's funny? Because you keep looking at the screen.
I know.
It's
distracting. Because the screen is as big as me.
Cool. Well, we're gonna definitely see each other a lot more often because I mentioned some ideas that I have. So we're gonna work on that. And the idea that I want to put forth to the coiners out there is, this time, this idea that we have, we're going to get the community involved.
Yes.
It is a community thing,
Yeah.
and most of us who have been in the space for some time, we kind of have this idea what's a good project,
And
what's
what's not, yeah.
So we want your input to come in as collectively as a team.
Yeah.
We're going to bring ICO projects, great projects that deserve the attention, out of the noise and the clutter, onto different stages to the scene rather, and perhaps at the final stage we can meet up with you guys again and get funding and support.
Yeah, most definitely. Like, I really support any initiative in the space that promotes transparency and peer review ratings of projects. I think that's very important. I think the strength of a community support behind a project is the most important thing. That's like one of the most key success factors in a successful ICO. Yeah.
You complete us. Okay, guys, that's all the time we have. My name is Eugene Tay. You're watching Rock the Block Live with me and my beautiful guest here, Katherine. Well, signing out saying, have a good one. The market's all back up and invest wisely. I'll see you next week.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Live from sunny Singapore, it's the ultimate blockchain show across the interweb. This is Rock the Block Live. And here's your host, Eugene Tay.